tethered right now.
Hello, everybody. How is the sound? Everyone do some chatter and let's see if we can hear the sound.
How do we sound?
Oh my goodness!
Well, I
look at-
can
I'm not
hear
even-
Ann
I'm not
quite
even
well.
centered over here. I should change myself.
Do we sound more coordinated
we're
this
all
way?
there.
I'm over
we
off
never
to-
sound coordinated. I can tell you that right
We
now.
sound discoordinated. Oh!
That's only funny for us.
They're a little louder than you again, Ann. All right.
Uh-oh.
So
We should be. Keep it that way.
no,
Yeah.
it was too quiet last time. Let me see if I can fix my mic. I just need to turn the volume up, right? Okay, how's that? Is that better? Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Autumn.
9, 10,
All right.
11.
Giving you
Oh,
a
yeah.
sample of
better?
my own
You
voice.
sound the same way to me.
Well, yeah, but we're on. I want to listen to my viewers, not you guys. All right. Well, the volume is for your earbuds. Just.
I think you mean viewer.
Well, maybe we should let them talk.
Viewer. Stop. We got
Our one viewer.
A few viewers. No.
Autumn is here.
Autumn, Rylan.
Rylan.
All right. How's that sound now? Is it better or worse? While we're waiting to hear that, I want to give a shout out to Crow, my amazing husband. For Mother's Day, he bought me condition markers, and these are really cool. I got them
Cool.
on Amazon. Yeah, they there's 24 of them, and I made a little cheat sheet. So we've got Bane.
They look like poker chips.
Yeah, they do. They're really cool. I used them on Monday, and they worked great. Like here's Hunter's Mark, the red one.
Rylan, I hate those emotes.
Wow.
Those are terrifying.
Are they scratch and sniff?
I don't know. It's just
let me
right
know how
in there.
The sound is. But anyway, thanks to Crow for getting me those for Mother's Day. They had them on my wish list.
Thank you, Crow.
Thank you,
Everyone.
Crow.
Thank
Okay,
you.
So our intrepid adventures.
No, drink.
One drink.
I got it right
You know
there.
what? I have to give another shout out. Thank you to our amazing Glaton, our Goblin Paladin, for creating that magnificent new theme song called, what is it called? Purple Rocks Sunset.
You want to know something hilarious? And I didn't hear it.
With the help of our bard.
It was welcome. It was your song. It was your song. One show a night. That's right. But I didn't hear it.
Loud. There, that's better. I see it going into the red.
Yeah.
And my ears were bleeding. All right, listen. His knee and his ears. All right, so our intrepid adventurers have
Man, we gotta drink again?
come out of the netherwork. You're gonna be drunk before the end of the night. Just came out of the netherwork mine with barely, because they set an explosion down in the 5 miles deep into the mine to a new location to try to kind of cut off the access that the fungal creatures were having from below the earth, slowly taking over up into Amonrath. So they used their noggins, and they, for once,
Wait.
Kenny
there?
Noggins?
they're Kenny noggins.
Kenny noggins.
And they were able to cave in part of that section and manage to not only get up the rope to the ceiling floor above them, but then also remember how the levers worked to get up the elevator shaft to the rest of the mine, leaving a rumble of exploding netherstone below them.
And we left a bloody smear all the way to the end too.
That's right. They.
I was gonna say the explosion was only the second most dangerous thing we did that day.
Yeah, really, actually, you're not wrong. Also, you were able to find some objects in the barrels that were on top of the plinth or whatever that little islandy thing was, and you're able to uncover those and bring them out with you. And you're heading to the inn to have a good night's rest. So you got a long rest, and you also leveled to 6.
Touchdown.
So make sure.
I feel like I have some sort of like aura of protection around me, guys. You should all just hug me all the time.
I see what you did there. So let me know if you can see the D&D Beyond. The overlay is working on Twitch, and you can see that they've all gone to level 6. I believe Beaufort did one more in Bard. Is that correct?
Bard?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gluton, of course, stayed Paladin, 6 level Paladin. Daros, 6 level Furbolg. And I believe Ukoko
Druid.
took... I'm sorry.
3 and 3.
Druid. Yeah.
Oh, you're 3 and 3 now?
3 and 3.
He's tied.
Yeah. So he's 3 Warlock, 3 Rogue.
That's actually pretty badass.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So, what do you guys want to do? Right now, you're at the inn.
Well, apparently we have to make sure that we can identify a spear, a cloak, a ring, and a short sword.
You guys
I had a dream last night.
You also got a healing potion, but apparently Uko.
Well, that was on my notes too, but I scratched it out because somebody drank it. somebody
bathed in it.
I was thirsty.
So the potion's gone.
Yeah.
So do you want to take a minute then, Uko, and identify?
Yeah. It'll take me 10 minutes.
For each one. All right, what do you want to do?
About 40.
In real time.
Yeah. Last night, I had a dream. I had a dream of this fancy woman, and I was...
What kind of dream was it?
It was a dream of a fancy... Well, she actually showed up while I was eating one of these gold coins that I found. So
Eating a gold coin?
Gold coin there's a little bit of gold on the outside, and when I peeled it back, there was a brown smear in there. It looked like poop. So I put my finger in it, and then I sniffed it, and then I licked it. But it was sweet.
Well,
So
I mean, that can happen
thing.
sometimes if you eat the wrong things.
Yeah. So I put the whole thing in my mouth, and I was eating it, and then the fancy lady, she came over to me in my dream, and she patted me on the cheek, and I knew exactly what she wanted. So I took that thing out of my mouth, the gold part, and I put it in her hand. And then I reached up and I patted her on the cheek, left a nice brown smear up there. And then she said, "No, you can't have any bad spells anymore. So you have to be a very nice person for me now. No necro stuff. Nothing necrotic. No summoning demons or fiends or anything like that."
So you got to be sweet.
Yep. She said she found my old coloring book, and she told me I shouldn't be using that anymore. So let's see. My old coloring book had, let's see, what was it on there? It had that. And she had a magic wand, and she scribbled across the front and went squeak, squeak, squeak. So that was my old ZZ's floating disc. So that's gone too. My other spell was identify. She said I can't do that anymore. That's bad. Evil. Bad. Evil's bad. And then of course,
isn't that what we're supposed to be doing right now? Like a lot.
But she gave me a new coloring book. I'll show it to you in a moment. And then this one, she said, "Look, you can't. That was a bad person. Evil, bad. Okay." And then she said, "Her name is Timora. And she's goodish and she's happy." So
I like the smiley faces.
I've heard she's lucky too.
Yeah. So anyway, then she said, "Look, here's your new coloring book."
With chocolate coins. I like that already.
Yeah, see?
You know, life is like a coloring book full of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get.
She gave me a new page, and we're going to use this one today.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, it's got better margins. That's good. That's good typography. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it's written like a ransom note.
I'm feeling. Press that "I'm feeling lucky" one. I like that one.
I was wondering about that too.
All right, I am giving Uko a DM inspiration for that new coloring book.
I thought the new coloring book was going to be in brown only.
I'm going to give him a player inspiration. Can I do that? That's amazing.
It takes me 10 minutes, and I have to sit and try and explain what it is in there.
Okay, all right.
And maybe draw it, and then I pick a button.
Oh, I
Either
see.
search it,
Okay.
or I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Oh, yeah, that works with Timora, definitely. Okay. Fortune favors the bold, my friend. So, which is the first one you're going to identify?
Who's got the stuff?
Eros.
I've got this nice cloak on. Here.
You've
All
got
right.
a new blanket.
Yep. So, Glaton hands you the cloak.
And I stare at
you
it, and I
stare
use
at
it to
it.
wipe my nose, and
You
draw a
Fuck
picture of
me.
it in the coloring book.
Sure, it's very pretty. I'm gonna post the link to it in Discord.
And it takes me 10 minutes of doing this
Yes.
because it's a ritual.
Yes. All right. That's the cloak. What's interesting about it is on the inside, you can see as you're playing with it and touching it and wiping your nose with it, you see on the inside stitched in a language that you understand. It's hard to read, but it says something like "with love from Qyjari." But you don't recognize the word Qyjari. You don't know what that means.
Oh.
So I linked that. You can do the next one.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
I'll give him the
Beaufort, I
short
think
sword.
you have the other parts, right?
Beaufort just handed you the short sword.
Yeah, I'll give him the short sword.
All right. The short sword is just a regular looking short sword. And after 10 minutes, you discover its properties. I will link that as well. These are homebrew. Otherwise, I would be linking them to you guys, and you could look at them also. I don't know if they'll show up unless I share them. I'm going to have to share them to get them attached to I believe to attach them to their things, but that won't happen until they become attuned to them. So that's the short sword. It is the, let me look at it with you guys. The cape is the cape of the Copper Dragon. It is currently dormant. It is believed that this beautifully tailored cape was a gift to Galaderos from Qyjari in exchange for the promise of protection for her son. It's dormant now. It is a legendary. But while wearing this armor in its dormant state, you gain the following benefits. Your intelligence score increases by 2. The cape grants you a +1 bonus to AC. While you are transformed by an effect that replaces any of your game stats with those of another creature, you have a +1 bonus to melee attack and damage rolls, and you retain the benefits of the cape. As an action, you can use the cape to cast Polymorph on yourself, transforming into a giant owl while retaining your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. But it can't be used again until the next dawn.
Wait, so is it actually plate armor rather than it looks like just a cloak, right?
It is considered plate, but it is just a cloak.
So when I try to hand it over to the druid is just like, I don't know how to put this on.
He won't touch metal.
It's a tablecloth. You got a tablecloth.
It's a beautiful dark, like a navy blue, and it has gold trim on it.
But listen, I like it, but my friend, hold on a second. I wish I was more prepared for this, but I wasn't. Because I didn't think I was going to get a legendary item at 6th level.
It will not work with you, Daros. You try to put it on, and you cannot wear a plate piece.
It gives disadvantage on stealth checks.
I mean, I have a nice cloak already that my friend gave to me. But
So in out of character but in game,
Yes.
so this thing is loud and clanks around like plate armor, but I put it on it's just like it's just a cloak.
Right.
I'm loving this image.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And this is the one that has the embroidery in it inside that says that it was a gift to Galaderos from Qyjari, and it said, "With love from Qyjari." Okay, the Copper Short Sword of Songs.
Yeah.
It is dormant. It is believed that this short sword was among the artifacts hidden in the ancient underground dwarven tomb revealed during a rock slide when the Galadrians were hunting orcs. While wielding the short sword in its dormant state, you gain the following benefits. Your intelligence score increases by 2. You have a +1 bonus to melee or spell and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. As a reaction, you can use the sword to cast Featherfall on up to 6 willing creatures. The property can't be used again until the next dawn. So that's what the sword is.
So is it always in its dormant state when I'm wielding it, or is there an active state?
It is a legendary. Currently, that legendary is in its dormant state, which means it's beginner state.
Gotcha. So it could glow. It could be active later. It just there's like during one day. There's never an active period.
You currently have all the benefits of this sword right now.
Got it. All right.
Yeah.
I love them.
It could grow as you grow.
Okay, but I don't know any of that.
You don't know any of that.
But it's copper, right? It's all copper.
It is called the Copper Short Sword of Songs, but not necessarily. It is not made out of copper. No, it'd be too weak. Copper.
Okay. It's plated in copper.
Maybe, yeah.
Like the hilt plated in copper.
All right. Did you want to look at the next one?
Yeah.
All right. What's the next thing you're looking at?
Beaufort, I threw you a ring, right? I kind of almost missed it, though.
I probably caught the ring, but I am happy with the short sword. If you want the ring, Uko, you can have that.
Well, let's pull it out, and we'll see what it is.
Okay.
That's what I plan on doing. Pulling it out.
After. All right.
Your short sword?
My short sword.
All right. After 10 minutes fiddling around with this ring, you realize...
Oh.
I said ring, not short sword.
You said fiddle.
I wanted it's a musical instrument. You're identifying it, and as you're playing with it.
No.
Why do I say things? Why do I even do this? You realize that this ring is actually 6 separate rings. Each one twists apart from the other and comes apart, and the more you kind of twist and play with it, you end up with 6 individual rings.
It's like a puzzle.
I don't like puzzles.
There's one though that has it's the plainest ring of them all. It's very unassuming.
I don't assume anything.
In fact, on the inside it says for the unassuming, engraved on there in Draconic. And if you look at the other rings, one says for the favored, and another one says for the spirited. A fourth says for the honorable. A fifth says for the mystic, and a sixth says for the resolute. And after you identify them, these 6 individual rings, you learn that the unassuming, very plain ring it's the Ring of 6 Brothers, and it grants the following benefits in its dormant state. Just the unassuming ring. The intelligence score increases by 2, and the ring grants you a +1 bonus to AC. In addition, all the rings, when worn, gives the bearer the ability to communicate with all the other bearers of a ring of the 6 brothers up to 120 feet.
Holy shit.
Imagine it's like the Critical Role earrings that Tiberius made for them way back in the day. Rylan walks away.
Did they belong to some Mandarin guy that has lots of rings?
There's information here that you would eventually learn about the rings, but you don't know it yet. And it'll be in the description, so you'll know it as the player, but you don't know it as your character. So there are 6 rings, and they each have a different draconian word engraved on the inside.
They're draconian words. They're not words for dwarves.
No. Nope. There's unassuming, favored, spirited, honorable, mystic, and resolute. What would you like to do with the rings?
I'm going to ask you to identify the favored ring.
Okay. You reach out and hold the favored ring, and it feels right in your hand.
And please, brother, identify this one.
They're basically all the exact same, except it doesn't have the legendary property. They are just used as the communication. Ah,
well, I feel good with the favored one.
So they're the talkie part of the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, and that makes sense because you recall that the letter that you received from your father called you the favored one.
It's the baby monitor by the crib. It only goes one way. Whining out.
Whining outward. So you would have I'll link it, ring of the favored.
Sweet.
And let me know if you can attach these to your D&D Beyond. If not, I'll have to go in and share them first.
Feels like we went from level 5 to 10.
I was able to by just searching for it in my management options thing.
I think that's because I do share all my content, so that makes sense.
What was the words again? I heard honorable, and I like that, but what were the other ones?
It is unassuming, which is the master ring, favored, spirited, honorable, mystic, and resolute.
Resolute. All right. I don't remember what that one means. And then let me just try the honorable one. I like that one.
All right. You take it and you put it on your finger, and it feels right to you. It feels very right. And you recall.
It fits.
Yeah. You recall that your father had called you honorable one in his letter to you originally. And I will link that there. Okay. There are 4 rings left.
Daros, you want to try one?
I'm going to
try them all.
I'm going to put on the one that says resolute, and then I'm going to try to do my best Nicolas Cage accent.
Okay. You put the ring on. It doesn't quite feel right on your hand, though.
I'm going to take it off and say, this doesn't fit.
Okay. Would you like to try another ring, Goldilocks?
It's like a 14 or a 15 on your performance check. That was good.
Do you recall?
I'll take the mystic.
It doesn't feel right either.
Spirited!
2 for 3!
The spirit does not feel right either.
Oh, you suck!
So, dude, since your brothers...
I'll do the unassuming.
Since your brothers... and that is the master ring.
Ring of the dumbass.
I'll take the dumbass ring for 1,200, Pat.
You recall that your brothers had mentioned that their letters from their father had those words in them that they recall. And
dumbass.
And yours was unassuming, which
I have a very short memory.
Well, ass is in it.
It really is. That leaves the spirited, the mystic, or the resolute.
It's the ring of the dumbass looming.
Nailed.
So, do you want to try one on Uko?
I don't know, Uko. What you got?
Can I try on the spirited one?
Yes.
And it feels right. That one feels right to you.
Wait, so who's got the unassuming one?
That's the master ring, and Daros currently has that one.
Apparently, I didn't know I was going to wear that ring, but I'm wearing it now.
Master, may I sit down? I'm tired. Is that not what we're doing now? You guys have to call me honorable, and I have to call him master.
Well, his is the unassuming.
Oh,
I'm the unassuming.
All right.
I might have known that, but I didn't.
Okay. So, you have 2 other rings, and if you look on the inside of those, it says Mystic and Resolute, And if you want to investigate your ring further, you would see that the words that are inside the ring, once you put them on, have changed to your name.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
Cool.
It says the
Freaky!
master ring now says Daros on it. The favored ring says Beaufort. The honorable says Glaton. The spirited says Ukokna. And if you look into the mystic ring, it says...
I wonder if it's our sisters.
Yes, a sister.
It says Scarlet. And if you look into the ring of the Resolute, it is engraved with the word Ivory.
Ivory, our sister.
Resolute. Interesting. She was magical.
But it said brothers.
It did say brothers.
My ring has an apostrophe in my name. See?
All right, so you still had 2 more items, right?
The spear. I remember that one because it almost attacked me.
Yep. The spear and the key.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Which
well, I
one?
lay the big spear across my lap.
Okay. You discovered that it's a pretty rare spear, but it just does extra attack and damage. And it has a great range for throwing. It deals an extra die of damage on a hit.
Mm.
And after you throw it and it hits or misses, it will fly back to your hand immediately.
Oh.
That sounds pretty great. I mean, really.
Do any of you guys want it?
I mean,
Ryland, sold!
if literally no one wants it, I will stab things with it. Yes. Hey, I could make kebabs for us. Really, really big kebabs.
I like that
Kebab.
idea.
There's not more than one. I'm sorry. We
We could use it for a spit, right?
Well,
I mean, I spit all the time, but that seems neither here nor there. Oh wait, no, my intelligence went up. I got that.
Wait a second.
Spit can mean 2 things.
not yet, because you have to. They have to be attuned.
We've been sitting here for like 6 hours, and it's already on me.
Okay, all right, then you can go ahead.
And also, we could have done this last night before we
Okay,
slept.
All right, we'll say that you
No,
did
I
that.
definitely just went to sleep at that point.
Yeah, I was pretty tired too.
All right, so the spear has to be attuned also. So who is going to attune to that? Glaton?
I mean, Uko, you like stabbing things, but I guess you need to use sort of daggers now because of the sneak. Yeah, sure, I'll take it. I mean, if no one wants it.
Okay.
You could always throw it at first.
Yeah, I get strength bonuses for that.
Yeah.
I
It's
feel
a,
like I could do
right.
that.
Okay. And then you have the key. That's the last thing that you, as far as I can remember, that's the last thing on my list.
What was the name of the spear thing?
I will link it. After you've attuned to it, and now that it is attuned to you, there is the link. All right, so you have a key, right? So, Uko, are you going to do any kind of investigation on the key?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll look at the key and wonder if it fits in a lock, because
Probably
I think
does.
that's what keys are for.
Yes. So you take 10 minutes to look at it.
Oh no.
Nice.
You take 10 minutes to look at it, and it's a beautiful skeleton key, and it's copper plated because a key really can't be made out of copper. And you've had it in your possession in time long enough for it to become attuned to you, and you know that because it gives you a +2 to your intelligence. And it gives you a +1 bonus to your armor class. It is called the Copper Key of Egaladeros. It also can be used as a thieves' tool for the purpose of opening locks. When using the key, you're considered proficient in thieves' tools, and you have advantage on ability checks made to open locks. While holding the key, your steps are muffled, giving you an advantage on dexterity checks made to move silently. It is legendary, and it is currently in its dormant state. So now,
Does it have anything to do with fire?
No. So now each of you should have a dormant legendary item that gives you each an intelligence score increased by 2, and 3 of you will have a bonus to your AC.
And we add that through.
Yeah, that'll take me an hour to add. So
But it doesn't. All you have to do is attune the item, and it should already add. It should add it all in there. I think I did it correctly.
I can't add mine to the collection because it requires a subscription.
Oh, because it's a real item?
No, that's only the
I'm
only
not
real
sure.
item is the spear.
I tried to add it at the bottom, and it says I require a subscription.
Well, you do have. You have a regular. Let me see if I can just attach it to you then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. If you could do it on your end, that'd be great. Otherwise, I mean, you can do it afterwards. I can look at it.
Well, you might need it.
I have an idea.
I can do the math manually until then.
All right.
Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead and just attach those to all of us, and then we'll attune it while you're talking.
How about I do it on the break?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll attach them all at the break.
Very good. We have to just remember that we have the +2 intelligence and +1.
Yes.
Well, I have +1 AC.
I only remember that because of the +2 intelligence.
That's seriously same
It's
here.
a crazy catch-22.
Yeah, and if
What were we talking about?
yeah, right. If any of you are fans of Critical Role or watch it, you would know that beginning of before they even started streaming, they had these earrings that Tiberius Stormwind had made, and they allowed each of the party members who had an earring to whisper to each other back and forth like a walkie-talkie device.
Yeah.
Only this is a ring instead of an earring.
Yep.
And
I just crumpled up my message cantrip and threw it away. So I should have taken another one.
Well,
should have taken Find Familiar.
But you can use that message for people who don't have the ring. Whereas, this is only for
you're right.
This is only for people who have the ring.
Gotcha.
So you can talk to any of your 3 brothers that you want to, as long as they're within 120 feet.
Yeah. And I was mistaken. Find Familiar is a first level spell.
Does it have a mute function in case we want to sleep?
That is a good question. Is it always on, or is it something we have to think about?
Auto hold and then send a voicemail.
Can we actively ignore it?
You can always actively ignore it. So, in the meantime, I guess this happened the night before, correct? Because you
Yes.
actively said you wanted to wait until do it that next night. And
Sure.
okay.
Yeah.
So, as you get your reward from Gideon Runebuckle, right?
Yeah.
So he
Absolutely.
gives you your reward for that, for cleaning out the mines. Some of you might have exited the mine with certain tools. Are you taking them with you, or are you...
Oh yeah, it's probably in my hand when we go talk to him, because I'm sort of proud of it at this point.
Okay. He doesn't notice that you have it in your hand. Who
That's
else?
impossible. It's in my hand.
Yeah, well, you roll.
I'm holding it going, have you seen this shit I found?
Maybe he's looking at us over the the inside of the bar, the bar top.
Yeah, no, you've got it. Must have been holding it at your side because he did not notice you had it. So if you'd like to try to abscond with one of these special mining tools of the Netherwork miners, you can try.
I don't think I'm absconding at all. It's just in my hand.
Okay.
I found a neat thing.
Okay. And who else had one?
I used one, but I threw it away. I was trying to climb a rope.
That's true. I guess you would have had to stow it if you wanted to get up that rope, Glaton.
I just dropped it. I was trying to get up there. I was the last one up.
Yeah, but Glaton.
I mean,
wasn't.
I would have put it on my on my belt or my pack or something, and then I would have taken it back out. I'm proud of it.
Okay, I will let you know the stats of that.
Okay.
To be determined. Okay, and do anyone remember what the reward was? 'Cause although I don't feel like scrolling back that many pages. Wasn't it like
A rock that
10,000
explodes.
gold.
Like 5 gold or something.
Hey, Gloton, you can now mine diamonds now. So that's good. In Minecraft.
It was 200 gold pieces per adventurer.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So you each get 200 gold.
Ooh.
Nice.
Do they have
I
sweet
get
brown mush
200
inside?
shrimp.
They don't have sweet brown mush inside. They are gold coins, not chocolate gold coins. And the innkeeper, the next morning at breakfasts, is very happy for you guys. Very happy that this whole episode is over. The miners are immediately going back into the mine. The netherwork stone is saved. And he asks if you could do him a favor.
Sure.
Again.
If this is about putting out a mine fire,
No.
I do have a ring of the favored, so
Yeah.
I think so.
He asks where you're heading next.
We have to get our weapons enchanted, although at this point, and he holds up his spear, I don't know that I care too much.
You definitely don't, because you don't want to ever
I think we go north from here.
leave that spear.
which way is the cold stone?
He does not know what are you talking about, the cold stone. Although he has heard of a stone. Hang on. Oh, yes, yes. He says a cold stone. Well, you mean the crescent ore. Crescent ore is bright blue ore that they mine out of the crescent mines in Wildenoth. I will put the map of the world up, and you guys can see what I'm talking about.
So
What is a
map.
wildebeest?
It's Wildenoth. It's the very, very, very high. He said that's where the Goliaths are from, but that whole herd is thinning out. Not many of them left. They mine a bright blue crystal-like ore called crescent ore.
Wait, what are Goliaths?
Yeah.
They're large. It's a large race of people, and he points to Daros, and he says, about as tall as he is, maybe about the same height.
But they travel in herds?
Do they have a long nose?
No, they're bald. They're mostly bald.
So they're not hairy like me.
No.
Oh.
So we get to
Okay.
meet some new people.
Are they friendly?
Do they look like a troll?
Some are friendly, just typical. No, they don't look like trolls.
Is it dangerous up there?
The wilderness is very dangerous up there. There's yetis. There's big blue worm-like creatures with spiny tails and many.
Excuse me, sir. Do you think they'll like yellow pops?
I don't know what yellow pops are.
Okay.
Hey, Darius, that's called corn.
This suddenly comes to you with 2 extra intelligence.
It's corn, but you make it hot, rapidly with oil.
It's called hot hots.
Cooking, that's what it's called.
Cooking. See, things are coming to you guys now. That's hysterical. He says, yeah, that's the only. When you said cold stone, that's the first thing I thought of, because when you touch this bright blue crystal-like rock, it's very cold to the touch, even when it's taken out of that frigid atmosphere in the north. Even in the southern parts of the world, it is cold to the touch.
How long does it take to get there?
Oh, well, from here it's many miles. It's further. He points to Daros and said it's further north than your home. And it's through craggy mountains. You can't even take a mule or a horse through that area.
I'm gonna whisper to my brothers, guys. I thought we had a map with a blue dot on it.
And you get.
How are you doing that?
And you get.
Oh yeah, I do it through the ring. Oh no, I can't do it through the ring. I can only listen.
No, you
On
can.
the other app. Oh
Yes.
no,
Someone talking?
only the assuming can talk to all of us.
No, everyone can talk to each other.
Oh, okay. I thought I was only the baby crying.
No.
Guys, I thought we were going towards a blue dot on a map.
And you get the sepia.
Yeah, but
map
it's to
out.
the south.
The sepia tone map.
It's
Yeah.
where the sister was going.
Oh, I thought she was going to the green.
She's going to the green,
Ivory.
but she said that the clue for the greenstone was in the embracing tree, which is the Fey area near the Fey portal, rumored Fey portal down in Stonebridge.
So should we go on a quest that doesn't lead us towards the blue, or does it?
Hey, what's a portal thing?
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Maybe what he's talking about with the blue stone is just completely different from what we're talking about with our blue specific gem thingy.
He says, I don't know what you're looking for, but all I know is that when you said cold stone, that's the first thing I thought of, because it is a very cold stone when you talk.
All right, so maybe so that's part of the thing. That's I tell him in my mind that's part of the clue.
You kind of have to have your hand up to talk in the ring.
You have to ask permission
have it near
first.
Your mouth. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You can decide however you want to do it, as long as it's not like this.
All right, are you ready for this one?
You're gonna do mine. I know it.
Start date.
No. Although I thought you were gonna do Dr. Evil, because that's what that looked like. Petting the cat.
No, you need my voice for that, right?
Yes.
It's similar.
It's similar. So the map shows you that the blue area isn't quite down where the little blue ink blotch is not quite where Stonebridge is. That's further south.
All right, so it's on the way.
But it is on the way, and it's also on the way toward where you were told to meet
Ivory.
Dynan.
Oh, Dynan.
And Ivory's going there too, right?
Ivory's probably already to Stonebridge, or getting close to Stonebridge.
Okay. All right. Well, if it's on the way, let's go. I'll pack up right now.
Okay, maybe we can give her that ring with her name on it.
So he says, so you are going to Stonebridge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Would you mind taking a small crate of netherstone powder? I've got an order here from a G. Rickman. He is
Rickman.
Yes, he is a alchemist in Stonebridge, and he's requested this for something that's supposed to help his the lady of Stonebridge.
As long as the crate doesn't stick to Daros's face, we'll do it.
Listen.
I'll carry it.
I've done some researching with my brand new intelligence, and we're going to be carrying highly volatile barrel of explosives. Where?
Well, the good news is that Ukokna just swore off fire-based spells, didn't he?
No, I
mean, we're putting it in the bag of holding.
I'm trying.
We're taking the bag of holding.
It's going to go in another. Yeah, it'll go in the bag.
Oh, okay. No, it won't. It will not fit the space it would take up. The crate would be too big. But he says
the crate probably weighs more than 500 pounds too.
I mean, we could just pour it in, right?
Well, no. He says keep it in the crate. You don't want this flying around. But I will loan you a cart that you can probably have your mule pull.
The squirrel can pull it.
Didn't we go through some sort of swamp?
There's no swamp between here and there.
Bowfoot, where is Dogfoot? Dogfoot could help us out right now.
That's who I was trying to think of, Dogfoot.
Dogfoot is actually
outside.
in Ravenscroft.
Oh,
No,
that Dogfoot.
no.
This is the fine steed.
What are you talking about?
But now
Dogfoot's
he
here.
knows that's not Dogfoot.
That's true.
I'm convinced. I summoned the real Dogfoot to this place.
I'm on to you, Glatone. I know you're trying to make me happy, but
Well, maybe I should try out my other ritual, my super fancy ritual.
Okay.
What's it say?
What does that do?
This is Timora's extra fancy, super reliable, guaranteed floating disc.
Oh,
Okay.
that sounds reliable and super reliable.
Are we gonna have to recast that every 5 minutes or something?
No, it takes 10 minutes to recast, but it lasts for an hour.
Oh,
That's not a good return on investment.
But if it's a ritual, then he can do it all the time for free.
that means he can start 10 minutes before it's over.
You gotta sit
But
still.
we can't keep walking.
Can't keep walking, yeah.
It's walking rituals.
Well, then we're going to go take
let's
a
just take
10-minute
the cart, it'll
break
be
every
fine.
50 minutes.
It is approximately, I gotta do my math. It's gonna be approximately 200 miles
Latone, you're going to carry him on your shoulders for 10 minutes so he can cast the ritual.
It might actually be closer to 300 miles. I think it's.
Put him in the bag of holding.
No. Okay, here's the thing. We put him in the cart, and then we put the box on the disc, and then
he can rest. Yes, he can sleep.
This armor is the best.
That's right.
Your intelligence is baffling right now.
I should take back all the int items right now.
Super
Super
genius.
Nothing.
We broke the
int.
int.
Genius.
Think of all this
So,
intelligence that we have.
So do you lads need the cart or not?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So Uko can sleep.
What do I owe you for the cart?
Just leave it in Stonebridge, and I will. It'll be returned to me.
Put the keys under the
That's
seat.
a good cart.
Keys under the left tire.
Under the left tire.
That's right.
Under the left tire.
There's a little magnet, a little container. Slide the little thing open, the little key. He gets back down there. He finds Uko's copper key. Wow.
No.
All that int, he doesn't know to not get rid of his legendary. All right. He says that would be great. He has the payment for you, and I just trust that you can make it down there.
You can trust us.
We know what we're doing.
Especially with what you all have just done. Definitely.
I had copper wings earlier. It was great.
I set the mine on fire.
I heard.
I turned us into dinosaurs.
That I hadn't heard.
That I liked.
Let's not question it too much because I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Listen, I lost 2 bears down there. If you find them, could you bring them back to me?
Bears?
Yes, ma'am. Sir.
He says, well, if they're still in the place where that exploded, I don't think there's going to be anything left of them. I'm so sorry for your loss. He does say that the work order that is signed by G. Rickman also has... he says it serves as the paperwork to get into Stonebridge. It's heavily fortified, and there is only one way to get into the city, and that's over the Stonebridge. Thus the name of the city. It is approximately 3 weeks on foot. He says the only thing that could really slow you down is if the road gets bogged down. It's not well traveled, so it could get boggy or in inclement weather. And it's rarely traversed. You should not run into any problems except for any kind of wildlife that might travel along. It's mostly plains heading down into the ocean. Let me pull the Nikosha Dynasty back up.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know the first name of this Mr. Rickman man?
Yes, it's Gordon.
Gordon Rickman.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sounds like a 70s rock band.
It was a name that was given by our viewers during one of my 3 Sheets one shot.
I like the name. It's very nice.
Yes. It's yeah. It'll all come together at the end. G. Rickman, yep, and he will have your payment, and that paperwork will allow you to get past the guards into the city.
Excuse me, sir. If we don't have this paperwork, how difficult is it to get past these very difficult guards that you speak of?
Well, I mean, you'll have to just use some diplomacy, or just talk your way in, or maybe pay them off. You've got some gold now.
Now that we're smarter, maybe we can forge the paperwork.
What?
I thought you were going to be good.
Well, we just talk to them and say, hey, we've got this thing and we're taking it to the place.
And he says you could try that. That might work. It depends on the guards out front. The city is mostly humans, and it is a settlement. There's no law there, except they do follow the ruler, which is Lady Rayla Harris, and her brother. They're the leading. We've lost Beaufort. But yes, that'd be great if you could take this down there to them. Just keep a close eye out for your garden variety, plains walking type creatures, and also gnolls, trolls, hill giants, any kind of.
What about horses? Can we take horses over there? Is it faster?
It's not going to be any faster.
All right.
No.
All right. Let's get some food.
Yeah, we need some rations.
Yep. He says, when you reach the ancient temple ruins, we call it Hilda's Lament, you're about 2/3 of the way there. You only have about 6 days of travel from Stonebridge at that point.
Okay, from Hilda.
Well, it's Hilda's Lament is what that ancient ruins is called.
Okay. So it's about 15 days to there, and then 6 days past that.
Right. Ish.
Roughly.
Right.
Ish. All right, let's get some food and
All right, he sends you over to Thorgan Bjorgen. Thank you, Rylan.
Oregon, Bjorgen.
He's the shopkeep of a shop called Wee Things. Again, thank you, Rylan. And he'll hook you up with the powder and the cart and sell you whatever you need.
keep Uko away from the powder.
It is 9:03 though, so should we take a break and reconvene in 5 minutes?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure,
I like that
5 minutes
idea.
is exactly the amount of time I need to explain precisely what ingredients we need for our trip.
Perfect.
So that's perfect.
All right. I'll go to
Good.
the Be Right Back screen. I'll put the
We'll have it
timer on.
all when we get back.
There you go.
That's right.
Mhm.
All right. Be right back, everybody. And we're back.
Hello.
Welcome back, everybody.
Okay.
Sorry about the delay.
Yep, sorry about that. I'm trying to attach these. I'm trying to attach all these things to the character sheets, and it figures that the first one I had to work on was Beauford's, and for some reason it did not give you the +2 to your int, so I had to figure that out.
Yeah.
But it did the other, and it should have already given you the +1 to your spell attack, which I think was a 6, and it's now a 7.
Yep, I see it. Yep.
And your hit should be fine, and yeah. So what was the question you had?
Is it a bardic focus now, like the hilt of the sword?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll say that. And I added your copper key, Ukokna, but I did not get to anyone else's. I was like, hurry!
Oh.
I'm like, I can't open all these tabs.
It's all right.
I've got mine already.
You got yours, okay. I'll get yours to Heroes. Okay. So you get your rations. How much do you want? How many rations do you want?
Oh, 3 or 4.
I mean, if we're going 22 days, I figure,
You might find things along the way. You can.
66
Listen,
times
guys.
4.
Guys, I could go ahead and have Goodberry, and I could make us a breakfast and a lunch every day. We just need to eat the Goodberry every day. But if you want to hunt, and if you want to forage and cook meals every night, I like that.
Yeah, we could do that, but we're going to need things like rice and porridge and bread or tortillas or something.
Lots of meat.
Okay.
Vegetables.
Let me
meat.
tell you what is at Wee Things. Wee Things is a thank you.
Are they small?
Rylan, is a shop. I'm trying to scroll to Wee Things. I can't find it. It's stupid. It's like this document.
It feels like we should go to
long.
Feels like we should go to something like a Big Things Mart or something.
It's called Wee Things, and it is a very small general goods store. And it's run by a very gnarled old dwarf named Thjorgen Bjorgen. Bjorgen was once very tall for a dwarf, but arthritis and a bad back makes him permanently hunched over. But his mischievous green eyes twinkle under long, gray, unkempt mane of hair. His mustache is gray as well and hangs almost to his knees, but he doesn't have a beard.
Wait a second. He's not a dwarf. He doesn't have a beard.
Wee Things carries most of the general goods in the small mining village needs that can't be supplied by neighboring farms, like spices, bolts of fabric, torches, parchment candles, lanterns, and more things like that. He regularly allows the farmers access to his barrels and shelves to sell any surplus grocery products from their fields: eggs, vegetables, fruit, goat's milk, for a small commission. So he's willing to allow a sort of a trading going on there. So you walk in, you hear a little bell over the door. Ting, 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 ting.
How's it sound again?
Ting, 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 ting.
Oh, I like that bell. That's a fabulous
I'm fascinated by it, so I stare up at it for a while. And then
There you go. It's not a cowbell.
Mr. Thogan here? We'd like to speak to him because we have to buy some equipment and some supplies. We'll be traveling.
Okay.
I think you have to talk to him properly. Me.
You actually have to duck in the store, Daros. As tall as you are, at 8'7", you're like the Chewbacca trying to walk through the trying to walk through the Ewok's little house. Yeah.
Look, I'm wearing a Millennium Falcon shirt.
I know. So you're looking way down on him. He's very, very short, and your head's banging against copper pots and pans hanging on hooks at the ceiling, and lanterns and ropes of garlic and onions and
okay. Listen,
peppers.
After the first or second bump, I'm gonna do my Furbolg magic, and I'm gonna disguise myself, and I'm gonna look like, you know what? I'm gonna look like Brad Pitt.
Sure.
with an orange little stripe in my hair.
Okay, sure, absolutely. Okay, so now you can more freely move around, except you're just disguised and you can still bump your head because it's just an illusion, right?
No.
You can actually polymorph.
Well, let me look at it.
Isn't it called disguised self?
Hold on a second before I do this.
Well, while
Is Brad Pitt a human?
in my game, he's a gnome. Hey, does anybody
Yes.
want to buy?
You know what? Yes, I'm going to still do it.
Okay.
By the way, I'm going to still do it. Here's the best part. I'm going to be looking like I'm normal, but things are still going to be knocked out of my way a foot over my head.
Exactly. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So
I walk in and things move away from me.
yes, Brad Pitt the gnome walks in, 2 feet tall, and things 4 feet over his head are clanging on the ceiling. And you hear a muffled, disembodied voice say, "Ow." All right. So what would you guys like to buy?
I would like to buy enough supplies that I think we can make it without, too much problems.
Okay.
You know what I want to buy? I want to buy about 6 extra wheels for the cart.
Oh, sure. What cart?
That one.
We're getting a cart.
Oh, you want to buy a cart? I only have 1 cart, and I need it for. I gotta get someone to take some of this powder down to Stone.
No,
Wait,
we
I'm
need
sorry.
extra wheels for a cart.
Listen, we're the people that's going to take that cart to where we're going.
Stones Bridge.
Yes. So we're going to be the ones doing that.
Oh, so Sebastian sent you over.
I'm sorry, sir, if I didn't say that first.
Right. Okay. And he's looking at your eyes, which is like your kneecaps, and he's hearing the voice up here.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. He's very confused. All right. So Sebastian Murphy sent you. That's great. Yeah, we'll hook the cart up. And do you need a mule or a horse or something, or are you gonna just push the cart yourself? You can't ride in the cart with the crate.
Oh no, that's fine. I've got the dog foo is a donkey or something. It's some sort of ass.
Is it a dog?
Yeah, it's not dog food, but keep going.
I mean,
He is really
It's close
disappointed
enough,
that that's
right?
not the real dog foo.
It might be his brother or something.
Okay,
It could be related.
I see. He's very confused, but he says, "Okay, so you've got that covered."
yeah,
okay.
we're good.
Okay, so let me get the crate for you. And he reaches under the counter and he's very stooped over and he pulls out a pretty large crate and he's having to pull it on, like scrape it along the floor. And
Do you want some help? I'm quite strong.
he kind of growls, but he knows he's probably too old to be doing this. So yeah, get over here and help me with this. But
Of course.
But be careful, don't drop it. Whatever you do.
I said help me. Gosh.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So he starts pushing, and you start pulling, and between you get it out the back, sort of the back door, and or the side door, I guess, and get it loaded up onto a very rickety-looking cart, and that's the only thing that fits in it. Even though my mini, it looks like 6 would fit in there, but just don't mind that. This is not the mini you're looking for. So yeah, it fits in there, and he straps it down with the rope. He ties it down firmly. He warned you that don't let it shift.
That's ominous. We would like more wheels though, and maybe a less rickety cart. You've specifically said it's rickety, and that's not great.
What was your selling point on that one?
Well,
Can we have a non-rickety one?
This is the only one I got. It'll do the job. You just have to be careful. And the wheels look pretty sturdy, but I suppose I could go ask a farmer. When did you want to leave? I could go talk to a farmer and see if he has any extra wheels.
If this thing throws a wheel, is this thing blowing up? Are we just sort of, not spinning our wheels, as it were?
Not necessarily.
Look, sir, have you met our DM?
He says, well, this car does have a spare. right up under the underside. See,
Oh.
and he kind of points to it.
Next to the
Oh, we're
magnetic
full circle
key.
on that one. I love it.
That's perfect.
Okay, we'll take this one.
Well, good, because it's the only one I got. All right.
Okay.
And
Sold.
yeah. All right, and anything else for your trip?
You guys got all the meat you want?
I'm good.
I would say that there's not a lot of meat here. It's more, things that you could find in a barrel that doesn't have to be refrigerated. There might be some salt pork, I would say. Maybe there's some salt pork slabs hanging.
All right, we'll take some meat and veggies.
Okay. So I would say for what you need for those 2 weeks between that and the good berries, I would say that the whole lot would be about 50 silver.
Oh, wow.
We've got a bag of Holden. Let's double that and just put it in the bag of Holden, and I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
How much weight does that bag of holding currently have? Because I'm a stickler for that. I'm not gonna let you put everything in there.
I don't know who has it.
I know a ration is
I have it.
2 pounds.
Beaufort, can you cipher up what's in the bag?
2 pounds.
A day, a 1 day's ration weighs 2 pounds. So, so if we did enough for maybe 6 pounds per day no.
There's about 100 pounds in there.
Yeah, 8 pounds and per day's ration for each of you. So 4 times 2. And then how many days?
Swear to God, good berry works, guys. Swear to God.
So let's see, 8 times, you need 22 days worth. So someone do the math on that.
22
days worth.
160
76.
pounds. It's 160
Yep,
pounds.
160, 168.
168, almost 170 pounds of just food you're putting in the bag of holding.
Okay, so yeah, we're about 268 then in the bag.
Okay.
So how much am I giving you in money?
1 gold.
1 gold.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any sprigs of mistletoe?
Oh gosh. You mean you're looking for spell components, right? Yeah, we don't have a lot of magic shops around here with spell components, but mistletoe grows around in the bushes along the trail. Maybe you could find some.
Okay, that's great.
500 pounds of acorns in a bag of holding.
Well, there used to be boogers in it.
Yeah, you used to be full of boogers.
And Jenny says, nuts to you.
That's to you, yeah. Yeah, speaking of Jenny, did you get her? She on your shoulder? She's actually hovering.
Jenny's
now
driving the cart.
in the air.
Absolutely.
He has to kiss her every time he finds mistletoe.
Okay. Yeah, it's not very expensive.
No, not at all.
No, it's a farmland. This is surplus. This is stuff the farmers didn't need to feed their
Does he have any
families.
bananas?
He says no. Those are more tropical. Maybe you could find those in Stonebridge. That'd be an import here, and we're not really looking to import bananas. Don't have much call for them.
I'm gonna grab a small crystal bead from one of the merchants in town.
He's the only merchant.
Does he have a small crystal bead worth nothing?
He says, "Hang on, I have to look to see his history."
I have a little crystal, Beaufort.
Oh, actually, he says, "I might."
Okay.
And he backs into the room behind him. And there's a curtain there. And he grips the curtain with his hands. And he closes it behind him. And the last thing that you see disappear as he closes the curtain is his bulbous nose. And
ignore the man behind the curtain.
And then he says, and you hear him rummaging around back there. I have to see if I can roll. Because yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. You hear a small swear, and he comes back, and you hear like raindrops. You hear a bunch of what sounds like hail or raindrops in the back, and you hear muffled curses coming from the back. And he comes
Electric
out.
saws.
Yeah.
Hammering.
Hammering.
A flush.
Yeah.
Flush. Yeah.
And he comes back out with a crystal bead in his hand. He says, this will be 5 silver.
I'm gonna give him 5 gold, and actually, I'm gonna give him 10 gold and say, "This is 5 gold."
Lad, this is much more. Thank you for the 10 gold, but it's really just 5 silver. But thank you.
I give it to. I say, "Keep it."
Okay, all right. He gladly says, "Do you want any more? I just."
I can
This
shit
one
some
is
more
good.
out.
I'm good, man. Thank you.
No, it's about as big as a pearl, but it's crystal, or
Cool.
you know, it's a glass bead.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
He says,
Love it.
Okay, and he helps you pack up the cart, and there's no room in the cart for anything else except maybe Jenny.
Okay.
All right,
I
let's go.
attach Dog Foo, and I tell Dog Foo to be a good mule and carry the cart, and it does.
Okay, all right. And so you head what direction?
South?
All right. So you head
East?
south. East into the Ties Run River.
I mean, there does seem to be sort of a trail of some sort there, so maybe we do want to go east initially.
Yeah, a little east. Yeah. You wanna go
What
a
day
little-
is it on your calendar?
Oh, that's a good question. I would have to scroll for that. Let me look.
And more importantly, how many days do we have left for the enchantment on our original weapons?
Yes, let's.
It's not worry about it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you don't care at all. You've got
No, I don't.
the spear. No, he doesn't care at all. He's got the spear.
No, I don't either.
I have been specifically told that I do not care.
Yes, you don't care. I don't remember the last note I made about the day, not the
All right.
calendar.
That's okay.
Hey,
you
you
can
have-
disregard.
But you do find out that Dynan Idor, she is a traveling merchant and runs a caravan. Literally one of those old. I don't want to use the incorrect term for it.
Itinerant.
Yes, thank you. One of those with the wagon on the wagon, and then the door, like you'd find at a traveling road show.
Mm-hmm.
Like a peddler?
Yes, like a peddler. Thank you, a peddler's cart, but covered, like you could camp in there. And they travel between Stonebridge and Dyrebrook, and they actually go through the Mistborn Marsh every month or so, back and forth, as they make this trek back and forth. And so you don't know when you might meet them on the trail. It's just a small trail. Okay, so you head south, east,
Yeah, we go.
and then southward.
Sounds nice.
Okay, it'll take you, like I said, 2 weeks to get to the location of about where Dynan's homestead is. You were told it was just a little south of Hilda's Lament. So between there and Stonebridge, you should be able to come across Dynan. They will.
Are we following
somewhere?
Are we following a trail of some kind or breaking new ground?
Yeah, Rylan knows who Dynan is. Yes, it was. That's gonna be a good one. Yes, it's a trail. It's a road, but it's like a gravelly path. It's not cobblestone or any kind of man-made. It was just made with whatever cart kept going back and forth in the same area. Probably Dynan has helped create this road over the years that they've traveled this route. Hilda's Lament is along that route, sort of off to the seaward side. But yeah, you kind of follow that little area down the side there. Okay, so just travel along.
I mean, as we're going, I ask Beaufort to start maybe teaching me some sort of instrument if you've got one that isn't too difficult. With the armor on, I kind of feel like I might be able to actually learn something.
Sure, yeah. We can sing songs and tap toes and
march along.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to make sure I'm foraging for some mistletoe.
Mistletoe. Okay. All right. Roll an investigation. I'll say that during lunch one day you stopped along the side and.
But I mean,
isn't that an intelligence check? Damn it.
Yeah, but you now have 2 more int.
Are we back in that shop? Is that?
I rolled an 8 then. I rolled a 7.
Oh, yeah. You don't find any that first day. Sorry. All right.
Investigation, really?
Mm-hmm.
Not a survival check? Because...
Did you add your 2? Oh, I haven't added the item yet.
No. But also, wouldn't that be a survival check?
You're investigating. All right, I'll give you a survival. Go ahead. Ooh.
All right, fine.
Thank you, D&D with THC. Thank you for the follow.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you for the follow.
Gar, is that your second account, Gar?
That's my second account. At 15.
A 15? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you eventually scrounge around in the bushes. Probably sat down doing your business one morning and went, oh, hey, look, there's some mistletoe.
You shit out some mistletoe.
You wipe it off as best you can.
You pee it off.
All right, stop typing in chat now. Okay, I'll say that eventually you just keeping a good pace, talking, and the weather's been nice. You're very fortunate that you did not run into any rainy weather, which you know would have caused the slushiness to slow the cart down. You're having to make sure that you keep Jenny fed as well. I don't think you have to feed your fine steed, do you?
I mean, I do, but I'm not sure I need to. No.
Okay, so you just do it out of habit, like you did for dog food.
It lives, I suppose, and I like giving it things. Now, if Beaufort really doesn't care about this thing, I might turn it into a warhorse, but
it's not dog food, man. You can do whatever the hell you want with it.
The next time we hit camp, I turn it into a warhorse just because it's cool.
Well, you know what? I'm not making a new mini for this one.
That's perfectly fine.
Right
It's got better stats, and just the stature of it. I do have to have someone else put me on top of it if I want to ride it.
Yeah, it's a bit tall for you.
Daros.
Yeah.
Daros can do it, yeah. Okay, but you really can't ride it without slowing down a little bit.
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah.
If I need to.
If you need to, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so after about a week or so, you're getting the hang of this traveling thing. It's kind of nice. You're learning songs from Beaufort, and Glaton has managed to come up with a couple of new dinners one night, and Uko is just poring over his new coloring book. Every morning, Uko wakes up and there's a new coin in either his shoe or his bedroll, or somewhere he finds it along the way.
He's shitting coins.
He's gonna keep eating them. Yeah, he's gonna keep shitting them.
Yeah. Nom nom.
And Daros is looking for more spell components along the road and keeping Jenny entertained. And then ahead of you, you see on the trail an old, tall, what looks like it might have been at a watchtower.
An old, tall pile of rocks?
Is that Hilda?
You don't know.
Hilda, hello.
No answer.
Nah, it's probably not Hilda.
We should probably
It
go
has
up to the
not-
front door.
It has not yet been 2 weeks.
Well, that's probably not Hilda then. Do we want to still say hello? Knock, knock, knock.
All right. What's the marching order, just so that I can open the map for folks to see?
I mean, I'll go first with the cart 30 feet behind me.
Okay.
We're gonna yell up to the bastions and say, "We are looking for the Holy Grail."
I kid you not. I just put the war horse in front of the cart backward.
Oh.
Yeah.
We've
Guys,
got two halves of a coconut, banging it together.
Guys, I think I've solved the problem.
As long as
Is
you
one
put
of
the
them
cart
riding
backwards
on
in front of the
Tamora's floating disc?
Oh, that's right. We still had the floating disc.
So,
Maintaining concentration for
I like that
a
idea.
week.
all right. Well, Uko's not on the. Sir, not appearing yet. Because what's the pecking order?
Beaufort's 2.
Okay. So that horse. You're about. How far
Uko will
away?
be third.
Where's this
How
map?
far
Where's
away-
this map at? I can't see a map.
I'm trying to get it. I gotta get you guys on there first.
Clicky clicky.
Who's first?
The tone, please.
Not it.
All right.
Not
Beaufort
first.
2nd.
Beaufort second. All right. And then the horse and cart are behind you. Wait, like 30 feet behind you. All right.
Yeah,
And then
something like that.
the other two are behind the cart. So not appearing
Sure.
on the map. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's get the map.
I'm so far ahead of everyone. Oh gosh.
All right.
Don't worry,
so
bro. I'm right behind you. Eventually.
You see this watchtower, and the path leads right underneath it. It's up about 20 feet.
I mean, that's a trap if I've ever seen one. But let's go.
Let's go. Spring the trap. Yeah, let's we gotta
Oh, that
investigate.
is a trap.
Are there any other carts underneath it or any tracks of carts?
Nope.
Does our cart fit underneath it?
Is there a clearance of 13.9 feet?
Yep. It has a little arrow, has a little bar that hangs down. Let's see if I can get a close up.
Do we have to pull over and weigh our load? Is that what we have to do?
I'll perceive anybody, any shadows, any movement in the windows or doorways at first as we walk up to it.
Roll perception.
I have been calling out for Hilda, by the way.
You don't get any answer.
9 on perception.
9. Okay. Oh, by the way, as Glatana is shouting or calling for Hilda, you guys are feeling in your head a very small echo of that coming through as well.
Well, that's
It's
kind of
like
weird.
Hilda, and then all of a sudden you hear Hilda.
I'm going to adjust the settings on my earpiece.
It's on your ring.
I'm gonna hold my finger like this and say, Hilda.
Okay.
I think it's making me a little bit seasick, so I'm going to shake up my flask of advantage and drink from that.
Okay. All right. What color did you wait to drink it on?
I drank it on color number 6. What is that?
Oh, color number 6. Let's do it.
Fuchsia.
Is that it's in your description, right? Good, because I don't want to have to scroll back to that.
Hopefully it's in my notes somewhere here.
Well, it should be on your. It should be in your player character. D&D Beyond.
let's see. Number 6. It would be purple. Charisma.
Charisma. All right,
That's a good one for you.
that's a good one. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You don't get you. You don't. Would you roll on perception?
Oh,
Beaufort?
did I roll?
I thought Beaufort rolled perception.
Beaufort rolled perception. I rolled a 9.
Okay. You don't. Nothing's
Yeah,
rolling. Yeah. You don't see
I
anything.
don't think so.
I mean, I have a passive of 14.
Well, I mean, you're not up there. You're behind the cart.
You're behind the cart.
I am.
All right, we'll pull up like normal.
Okay. All right. So you guys come forward here. That tree almost falls over and kills you.
All right.
It was a
Roll
trap.
roll for initiative on the
The
tree.
tree, yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at all the extra vines in the
The
screen.
screen of hair.
Sorry.
Is that
There's a whole bunch-
entangled?
Is that like stalactites? What is that?
Listen, Linda.
Stalag highlights.
Oh! It's natural, baby. That's you guys. You'll notice on your right there is a riverbed. It's slightly muddy. It's been dry for a while, so you get the impression that when it rains, it kind of fills up.
It looks like cookie dough.
It's cookie dough.
It looks like a diorama.
It's cookie
dough river.
It's cookie dough river.
All right. I mean, I'm still walking.
Yeah, we'll proceed up.
Yeah.
All right. As you get underneath, you realize. Watch my hair. You realize that there is a hole to get into there, but the ladder is still. Oh well. Daryl's. There we go. Ah! My set's falling over. Daros is in the very back, right? Yeah.
It's
Okay.
between Daros and Uko. I don't know who's in front of who over there.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm in the back.
There we go. Oops, I taped that part. Sorry. There we go.
I'm getting sick.
I know.
I
Sorry.
Those trees in the back are awesome.
Yeah, they are.
Thank you. So you see.
I half expect to see a model train coming through
So
there.
you see. So you see right above you, about 20 feet up, is a hole for a ladder, but the ladder is not on the ground.
Ah. Damn, there's probably a lever that'll take us 20 minutes.
I mean, do we want to go? I could just go up there if you wanted me to. I've got a thing now that I can do that. But do we just want to?
If you want to wait
going?
10 minutes, I can make another disc from Tamora.
Oh, and then go up.
You could stand on it.
I can turn myself into a giant owl now. So.
Oh.
I did that one night when I was. You've seen it before. I did it one night accidentally when I was playing with my cloak.
Whoa.
There's a little button on the inside that I accidentally hit.
Shoot, I gotta find
And then
it.
I was a giant owl, and that was weird.
Okay, I got my giant owl ready, just in case.
But
You became
we can
owl
just keep
first.
walking. There's literally nothing that's going to happen, right?
This wasn't mentioned. This area wasn't mentioned to us. We have no quarrel with this place.
Right.
We have no quarrel.
Yeah, well.
Good day, sir.
Good day. Good day, sir. Ladder not coming down.
We must cross the bridge.
I whack the legs on the side.
I say, lower thy bridge.
Lower the beams.
I'm getting bored. Is this thing made out of wood?
Oh, no.
It is getting dark, and it's about time to camp.
Oh, well, I mean,
I'm getting tired, guys.
I'm gonna look around the 4 posts that are holding up this tower.
Okay.
Since I'm up there now,
Okay.
and I'm gonna make it a really, really, really bad investigation check.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
-1. 9.
It's holding up the fort.
Guys, listen. There's a ladder up there, but I don't know how to get it down.
all right. How about this? I'm gonna do the owl thing. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna take a look at the stuff, and then I'll come back down, and then we can make a decision about whether or not we should go inside.
So, are we going to camp here though? We need to camp somewhere close to here. This is covered. Like I'm undercover right now.
Yeah, this would be fine, but let's just see if there's anything sort of like giant spiders that are going to crawl down and try.
Before you fly back down, stay up there and let the ladder down. If we want to stay here.
Oh no, I'm going to go
ladder?
up above this. I'm not going to go in yet. That'd be burglar, and I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go around.
Okay.
I finally fixed
I agree.
I am
don't
a
wanna burgle
giant
the
owl,
place.
and I press the button.
How high up
Are
do
there-
you go?
Are there any? Do you see any locks?
I'll go up 60 feet, and I'll just sort of fly around above the building to see if I can see anything on the inside.
Okay, well you get 45 feet because this is as high as I made it.
That's fine.
All right. As you flew
I
past,
sort of want to do a circle around it.
Just out of the screen is where I want to go.
yeah. I'll just say that you're circling around. You kind of peek in the windows as you go. There's no curtains. There's no glass on the windows. It's a simple watchtower, and you can kind of see in one of the windows. It looks like an old cot with an old blanket on it. You see a writing desk. You see, probably from the window, that's all you would see. And there doesn't seem to be anyone there. It's getting darker, and there's no light. There's no sign of life, no movement.
Is that a river behind us?
Yes. Well, it's to your right. No, that is more grassland.
Also, on the landscape around us, how many grams did it take you to make that?
Oh, man.
Glytone, maybe you can fly.
5 ounces of flocking, man.
Glytone, maybe you can take a roll.
Do you have any idea how many flocking?
You know the street value of this flocking?
So I lift my claw to my face as I'm flying back down. I go, whoo, whoo.
It's me, Beaufort. I'm right here.
And I land, and I flap my wings a little. It's like I don't know what to do at this point.
You're like, I don't know.
That's
Can
a
you
cool
carry the
thing.
rope up there?
What, Uko?
I have a rope in my pack. Can you fly it up there and tie it to something?
I mean, the ladder is just at the second area. It just needs to be pulled down.
I think Darius can reach the ladder.
The top is frozen.
Pretty sure I could just lift it and pull it down.
No, you're not tall enough.
Daryl,
He almost has a 10-foot reach.
I fly up to
8'7".
I fly
Glytone,
up to
can
the
you-
opening and stick my head up. And
can you
see what's
take
inside?
Daryl up
Okay.
there?
Roll. Well, you can see with an owl. You have great sight, right?
Great sight, yeah. Night vision, dark vision.
Yeah. You don't see anything in the room other than just the furniture that you saw. Let me see if there's anything additional other than the desk and the bed.
Yeah, I've got dark vision 120, and I've got advantage on hearing and sight.
Okay. The small room at the top of the tower, sparsely furnished and covered in dust. There's a cot covered in a woolen blanket, a small table, 2 stools, and a wooden trunk, and a small desk. That's all you see in there.
I will kick the ladder until it falls down.
All right, roll strength on your owl.
Are you still an owl?
Are you an owl still?
Oh yeah.
Me?
That's a 12 strength.
All right. Well, it takes you a few tries. Beaufort, roll a dex check, please.
Oh, well,
Oh, that's what I'm talking about right
that's
there.
my best one. 17.
Okay, you narrowly avoid being hit by the ladder that comes down and almost lands right on your head, but you jumped out of the way just in time. And you
Hey, there's a ladder.
Oh, ladder down.
Ladder.
All right. What would you like to do?
Let's go up the ladder.
Let's go up the ladder.
Hey, where do these stairs go?
All right, so you're all going up the ladder.
Where do these rungs go? Yeah, I go up first as I'm right there. I go all the way to the top this time.
Okay.
No.
Thanks for making me put that back.
Thank you for put it back on. Cover whoever that is.
Uko's inside. And you're at the top. It's a great...
Glytone the owl is pointing at the dust on the surfaces with his talons.
Beaufort, what are you doing?
I'm going to look at the owl and say, you can still talk to me in your brain, right?
I don't think so. Daros, what are you doing?
Oh, you can't speak common, owl.
Daros?
All right.
Like talking to
hang
me on
let me put
Discord.
Yeah.
Where are you? Are you going up the ladder?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna go up the ladder.
Okay, so you're inside the first area.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come out to like the open area so I can see out.
Good, you did, because it's very cramped in there, and you have to duck.
There's a duck here.
Quack!
I'm hungry again.
At that moment, the horse and the wagon start moving, with no one to guide it, going through. And
I tell it to stop. It's magic.
And you say who? Oh, it's magic. Okay, that's right. So it's right about there when I forgot you have that fine steed, so it does telepathically link to you, and you tell it to stop. So it stops.
Tell it to back up.
it backs up
back in the garage
again.
Put it back in the garage.
Okay.
Good steed.
Uko's on the inside of there, and Glaton is. Are you flying around still, Glaton, or are you?
I was inside. I will start flying around just to make sure that there's nothing that's going to come hanging out. And I'll stay up there for a few minutes just to make sure us showing up didn't cause anything bad to happen.
Yeah, no, it looks. Oh, you did give me the owl. Thank you. It looks pretty safe. From where you
I'm
are.
going to start investigating the inside for food, flammable things I can burn, and locks I can pick.
Okay, all right. Let me adjust the camera.
Oh, I'm getting sick again.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Stop.
I'm right on the edge. I'm going over the edge.
Stop. You're fine. Okay, so
right,
you
fine.
find. Roll an investigation check. It's this very small room. It's like
That's an intelligence check.
15 by 15.
We're all smart now.
Well,
We all have zeros.
I do not
all right.
have a 0.
No, we
That's
have negative ones.
I've got a dirty 20.
okay, all right.
What?
You find in the trunk. The trunk is not locked and is not trapped.
Time out. How do you have a dirty 20 on an intelligence check? Are you proficient?
It's an
Yeah.
investigation check.
I'm doubly
pro-
proficient.
Oh, you took that?
Yeah.
Very
that's
nice.
What you do.
Expertise.
Yeah, that's what you do. Come on, bro. How long have you been playing this game?
That's what.
Yeah,
that's what
because
Roper did.
expertise as a rogue, you take stealth.
He
You can choose two.
Did I miss something there?
No, you did
Nope,
not.
you're good.
Fine.
You're good.
All right, the
I
trunk.
like your.
The trunk is not locked and it's not trapped, but inside, Uko, you find various housekeeping things meant to aid the men and women during their watch. Things like cooking pots, frying pans, utensils, a hooded lantern, candles, and you also find, with that 20, you also find a small leather journal. And it's just, leather covered, and it's bound with some twine.
It's the original Good Housekeeping.
Oh.
It's now getting a little darker, and you still have Fine Steed hooked up to that cart.
All right, listen. If we're going to go ahead and camp here tonight, how long does your fine steed last?
Pretty much forever.
Forever.
Woo!
Ooh.
Oh yeah, are you still an owl?
I think it lasts an hour.
Okay, well you have probably.
It lasts an hour?
Oh.
Yeah, so I would I would stay there for an hour, just being a watch as we are hanging out in this place, and then once that's over, I will come back down and.
Okay.
Can he idle in a steed lot there?
Let's think about whether or not I'm smart enough to come back down, since this is the first time I've ever actually flown around as an owl for an hour.
Oh yes, please do.
Nope.
All right. Go ahead.
As a 1 on my intelligence check.
Nope. Let's go ahead and roll
What
for that
one
damage.
total?
Where's that free falling thing?
You fall
Who has
from-
free fall?
Yeah, I'll react to free fall him if I can catch it.
All right. Yeah, I said you could use your reaction for that.
Let's see.
Roll perception.
It doesn't give you didn't give a range on how far the 6 willing creatures could be away from me.
It would be when you cast free fall. Is that only self?
Featherfall.
Yeah, I think
Featherfall.
No, it's not.
Featherfall.
It's not just self.
Then yeah, check whatever that spell
All right.
is.
All right.
It's Featherfall.
I've attached it to your D&D Beyond sheet. You should go in your spell and see
All right.
Featherfall at will.
60 feet.
So he's within 60 feet of me, probably.
Definitely.
At least during the arc of me falling.
But I wasn't. I didn't say I was like waiting for him to fall.
No. But did you perceive him falling? Go ahead and roll perception.
All right. Ooh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
15.
Okay, out of the corner of your eye, the owl just goes bloop, back into Gluton and starts to fall.
Free.
Oh no!
Reaction, Featherfall. All right. Now
No. You hear it. Oh shit!
Do you cast it on just Gluton or everybody?
No, just him.
Okay. So I just pictured all of you taking turns running up the ladder and jumping off. For the next 10 minutes.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Retcon this. Retcon this.
It says up to 6, so I'm going to choose just one.
Okay. All right. So he becomes Gluton and lands there right next to you. And Uko's inside, but I have his character over here.
I'm going to talk to him with my ring and say, wasn't that fun?
And he hears you twice because you're talking in the
and,
ring and you're talking to him.
That's what my sword can do.
I'm confused because I'm hearing all this too.
Yeah, you're all hearing.
Shut up, Uko.
In stereo. It's like Meg. Shut up, Meg. Yeah, and
stop listening.
So what do you do?
This is an A/B conversation. See your way out.
I
Get off my ring.
I guess my owl thing is only for a limited time. I'll remember that from now on.
There you go. And then Uko, you're still holding the journal or the little leather journal. What are you doing with that?
I'll probably try it and read it sometime later.
Okay, so you just kind of leave it out on the desk there and to maybe peruse later when you're feeling smart.
When I'm feeling smarter, I'd really like to start a fire in a fireplace. Is there a fireplace here?
No,
I didn't see one.
This room is 15 feet by 15 feet. You guys are barely fitting in there.
Is there a fire ring outside of it?
Yeah, there's got to be one. It hasn't been used in a while, so it's probably kind of, just a miscellaneous stones kind of scattered. This place is covered in dust. It has been a long time since anyone's needed to, well, you don't know because you haven't checked any kind of anything else, but yeah, you get the impression just from the layers of dust that it's been a long time since anyone's been in this watchtower or on watch.
Okay. All right.
All of you roll a history check.
It smells like Daros in here. Nobody's been here in a while.
Right.
Uh-oh.
History. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
One total.
A nat 20. I rolled a nat 20.
Wow, okay.
9.
Which is actually an 18.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat
30
18.
Okay, so Daros, living this close to the dwarves and somewhat paying attention to the history lesson that you were told about netherwork mines, you knew that the one that both Ivory and Sebastian Murphy at the Netherstone Inn and Brew, or Bed and Brew, was telling you about the history of the Nicosia dynasty. And one of the things that they mentioned, I'm like vamping until I can get to the stupid scroll, is that the capital of the Nicosia dynasty, Dyrebrook, was moved to its current location because they were at one time set up with war.
Crap. He just disappeared and said crap.
Who disappeared?
What? There we go. I'm better now.
He's back.
Everything's fine.
Crap.
I pressed the wrong button.
Gotcha. And one of the names that was mentioned was Hilda. And Hilda was the mother of the current Thane of Emberstone. And Sebastian Murphy also told you guys about the North Tower and the South Tower that are still standing on the borders of. Let me pull the map back up.
Arrows?
There's the North
We
Tower.
got a map.
And the South Tower. But there was also an East Tower, and that is this old one.
They left out the East Tower. Well, that's the East they could do.
Oh.
Hey, do you think that this book thing that I found might have something in it about who the Hilda person might be?
You want to open
I
it
don't
up?
know. Did you read the book?
No.
How do you read color?
Okay, so you want to look at the writing inside the journal?
Yeah, tell us a bedtime story. It'd be nice.
Okay.
Yes.
I am tired.
Okay, so what languages can you all read or write? If you could read and write.
Did I learn how to read when I put the armor on?
You speak owl.
I just learned how to read too.
Yeah, I think
I practiced a lot of coloring books.
I think I just was able to read Common, Druidic, Elvish, Giant, and Orc.
Okay.
Wow, I'm pretty smart.
Well, are you?
Common, Halfling,
Yeah.
and Draconic.
All right. So you guys.
Draconic, Elvish, Goblin.
Okay. Can anyone read Dwarvish?
Are there pictures?
No pictures.
Well, shit.
All right. So it's okay. There are 4 separate entries.
There's Ivory when we need her.
And 3 of them are written in languages you understand, and 1 is not. The first entry is let's see. It says, in common, torrential rains filled Thane's Pass. Glad I reached the tower. The early entries are all in a language you don't understand. But these are the latest entries. The next one says, in Elvish, lucky to have shelter for the night, we'll continue our journey on the morrow. Our horse fared well, grazing below. And then the third entry, the third to the last entry, is in a language you don't understand. And then the final one, written in common, says,
Holy shit!
No. Heading towards Stonebridge, must send more supplies to equip this tower for future travelers. And the latest entries from about 6 months ago, that's where it ended. There were no other entries after those about 6 months ago.
Okay, 180 days ago or so.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's a while.
Yeah, it's too bad.
That's why it was dusty.
You couldn't read the 4th one because that actually had a hint, but that's okay.
Okay, so
Yep.
I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages later and read it.
Okay. All right.
Later? Why not now?
Well, I'll do it right now. It's it just takes 1 action, and I'll comprehend all the languages.
Okay. Most of them are Dwarvish. They mostly talk about the entries of the day-to-day activities of the guards that were tasked to watch Thane's Pass. But they were mostly just notes for the next guard, like what was seen or what was.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, or what they needed to watch out for, or what happened that day,
Or what supplies were low at the tower.
Exactly. So any of the new guards would know that, okay, we're low on this, but that previous guard wrote that down, so he'll bring it, or she will bring it next time.
Any orcs, any trolls, any
Exactly.
ogres.
Yep, they had sightings, several sightings of trolls, ogres, hill giants, wild boars, the traditional mountains, plains type creatures that are out this way. And they took care of those as best they could. Those they couldn't, they just outlasted them in the tower.
Okay.
The entry the second to last entry in Dwarvish does say, only 4 more days until I reach the mines. Hope to find work soon. If not at the mines, maybe in the town. And this entry was actually signed with the initials SM.
Sadomasochist. Got it.
The head of the mine was named Sebastian
Murphy.
Yeah, we go.
He was the owner and innkeeper at the.
What about Scarlet? Who's Scarlet?
The journal doesn't say anything to you.
There was a ring that said Scarlet. One of those rings had Scarlet written on the inside with Ivory. Scarlet and Ivory were the two rings.
Gotcha. Yeah, but we're not talking about that.
But
But listen,
the journal's sitting there unanswering your questions.
Sebastian
but
Murphy.
the journal could be referring to Scarlet. Something.
I
M.
see. I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah.
Are there any empty pages in the journal I could use as for coloring?
Yeah. I mean, there's enough pages left in there for the next, few travelers to write down the various supplies needed. And we're gonna end there for the night because I know Andy's not feeling well, and it's 10 o'clock, a little after 10. And we'll pick this up next week. I didn't build this set for no reason, so be prepared for the morning or
the evening.
Or it's called a watchtower for a reason.
Oh, right.
And what time is it?
It's getting late now. It's probably need to think about dinner.
It's a watchtower, so we should know.
Yeah. Not that kind of watch.
Should one of us keep watch or something like that?
Oh, definitely.
Oh yes. Oh yes. We're gonna do our standard watch.
Okay, we all go to sleep together then.
Yeah. No. All right. So. All
You
right.
stay here.
We're gonna talk later about standard watch.
Plug the curtains. Okay, thanks, guys. I know we didn't
Good night,
see
everyone.
any action tonight, but we might by next week for sure. Or I will have made this or not. It depends on your perception rolls next week, I guess.
Daros's left leg will receive some action when I curl up with it like a body pillow.
All right, I'll go to the thank you screen. Thanks everyone for watching.
Hey,
We'll see you
guys,
next week.
thanks. You guys were great. Appreciate you.
No, we didn't get a song.
Ooh, nat 20 on your left leg.
Not sure what that meant.
I seriously just rolled that.
Not sure what that means, but that's fine.
Or we'll find someone to raid, but I'm going to mute these jokes.
It's called a crit hit. Crit hit on your left leg.
Crit hit. Got it.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.